So the patient you just saw, she had a broken root canal number 30. The roots were still in there, but the crown and it broke off. So it was beyond being able to restore, so we decided to extract it and put an implant. You saw the extraction. It was a little tricky extraction because the mesial roots are usually shaped like a ribbon. And the tricky part of that is you want to be able to take that root out without damaging all that bone, because you need that bone to put an implant. So a lot of people would have just drilled away her whole bone and just took out those roots, filled it with bone, and waited 3, 4, 5 months to put the implant. But I was able to get the root out. There was still plenty of bone, and I was able to put a 5x12 implant and then just fill around it with bone, and then we stitch it. She comes back next week, take the stitch out, and then it's just a waiting game. We gotta watch it for about 3, 4 months, make sure it integrates with the bone, and then we can put a crown on it. Well, there's multiple crowns out there. A lot of people want the white crown. That is usually a cubic zirconia or an all porcelain. The cubic zirconias, personally, I feel are too hard. The older PFMs, which was porcelain fused to metal, are softer, tend to last longer. And there's nothing better than a gold crown, but nobody wants gold anymore, and it's very expensive. In that case, I'll probably use a PFM over the implant. You never see the metal anyway, but it's softer over time. That implant was a 5x12 Oco Biomedical. They're made out in New Mexico, so it was made in America. Usually that hole will close up within a couple days. It'll form a scab as long as you don't mess with it. By 1 week, it should be pretty scabbed over. You take the stitch out, they rinse with salt water for another few days. And usually by 2 weeks, you can pretty much see 90% of gum covering the whole thing. Be careful, don't let food get in there, of course. You'll get a dry socket, even though there's an implant there. And yeah, be careful for about 4 or 5 days. And then rinse with salt water helps it heal a lot faster. Tiny things like little grains, cream of wheat, oatmeal, popcorn, sometimes those things will work right down in there, and you get a dry socket. It won't close. Call me.